Now, the police officer who pressed his knee into George Floyd's neck for several minutes will appear in Minneapolis court today. Derek Chauvin has already been fired from the police force and he faces a second-degree murder charge. Well, 3 other officers involved in the incident have been charged with aiding and abetting murder. Well, Floyd's funeral will be held tomorrow in his hometown of Houston, and thousands are gathering there for a public viewing of the casket. Well, our reporter Andy Rosegen is standing by in Minneapolis for us, and he's outside the court building. We have Andy there. Great. So Derek Chauvin is going to appear at that court, but by video link. What can we expect?
Well, Isabel, this courthouse is heavily barricaded and boarded up, as you can see. You can see sheriff's deputies behind me keeping watch over all this. And back there, you can see a throng of media that have shown up as well for all of this, keeping watch. There were a number of a small demonstration of protesters who showed up here earlier today to demand justice for George Floyd. But for all of that, Derek Chauvin actually physically won't be in this courtroom today. He'll appear by video link from the maximum state prison where he's being held right now. You know, legal experts have been debating whether or not the charges against him might actually confuse the jury, might actually stick in some ways. That is yet to be seen. At this court appearance, it's expected that the judge will keep it simple and short and just ask, what's your name? Do you understand the charges against you? That sort of thing. And then the judge will set a time and date for the next court appearance. But we should also mention that in the history of Minnesota, there's only been one other instance where a police officer has been successfully convicted of murder, and that case just happened to be prosecuted by the man who's prosecuting this case, Keith Ellison. Isabel?
Okay, Andy, and George Floyd's funeral is being held tomorrow in Houston. Now, what do we know about what's going to take place then?
Well, today, actually, Isabel, there is a public viewing for his casket. Hundreds of mourners will just file past to watch his casket, adhering to COVID restrictions, of course. These are just ordinary people who can come out and view the casket. Then tomorrow, we're expecting a little more of a raucous scene, probably, based on what we saw last week here in Minneapolis. You'll likely see some big-name celebrities, rappers, superstar athletes, high-profile politicians, and we will probably see a mix of what we saw last week, a mix of defiance and anger, along with just remembrances of George Floyd's life. So we'll be here for that tomorrow as well in Houston.
Okay, well, Andy Rosegen joining you there tomorrow. Thanks so much.